Someone wants a Blink-182 shirt, you do not need to put Green Day anywhere in there, because if they want a Green Day shirt, they will look up Green Day. So it's just little things like that that just makes it not, it just makes it like a bad place to search. Like, what's up, my reseller friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina. I thrift to resell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And in my video last Friday, I did post a come ship with me video, but I also talked about why people aren't shopping on eBay anymore. And I feel like I didn't really go into too much detail of this topic because I was also doing my shipping at the same time. But the video did get a lot of attention. A lot of people commented about it. It turned out to be one of my most viewed videos. So I felt like I owed it to you guys just to come on here real quick and just make a follow-up video and perhaps talk a little bit more about that topic in more detail. All right, so I am in my car right now. I'm parked. I'm waiting for my daughter to get out of school. I always get here super early and I just do work from my car. That way I can avoid all the traffic. But I have a little bit of extra time today where I can film. So what I'm going to be doing is, just so that you don't have to just look at me and inside my car like as I'm talking, I'm also going to be showing just screenshots of some things that I sold on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So I'll go ahead and display these on the screen. That way I can kind of kill two birds with one stone, where I could talk about a kind of cool topic, but also show you some stuff that sold at the same time. First of all, I would really like to start off by saying that I definitely do not believe that eBay is dead. I'm still getting sales. I will say though that the sales have been extremely inconsistent. I did have, for the first time in a year, a no sale day on eBay, which was on Halloween. And then the following day, I only sold like 2 or 3 really small items. So those 2 days were really bad. But other than that, I feel like it's been very inconsistent. There's some very slow days with very low profits. And then there's some days that are just excellent days with really high profits. And before, my chart would look pretty consistent, not too much up and down, but as of lately, like the last couple months, my chart has just been so all over the place, and it's really weird. So I just want to say that yes, I am definitely still getting sales. I don't want to turn people away from eBay. It's definitely not dead. But this is the problem, that I'm not quite sure if too many people are talking about it. Even though I'm getting sales and I still think eBay's great, I love eBay, if I'm comparing my sales to last year, they're down. And that's where the problem comes in, is because I've been selling on eBay for several years now, and I've been constantly seeing each year my profits just increase. But this year, they're not. And that's what scares me, and that's why I really wanted to just talk about this a little bit. So first of all, I want to say that you should never be competing with other resellers as far as your sales go, because if you think about it, nobody has the same circumstance. Do you think that there's any other reseller out there that lives in your same town, that has the same sourcing resources, that sources like you, that knows all the same information that you know, that buys the same type of things, that has the same number of items in their store, that ships the same amount of time that you ship, that spends the same amount of money on shipping supplies as you do? Like, everybody is different. There is not any eBay store out there or any eBay business or reselling business that's going to be identical to you. So there is no reason to ever be comparing yourself to anybody else. You shouldn't be going on Instagram and feeling bad if you're seeing one person shipping out 10 packages and you're only shipping out 1. You don't know the other person's story and the circumstances around that. Maybe you also have a family to take care of and this person's a single person. Maybe it's a husband and a wife working together, or maybe there's some sort of team. Like, you just don't know. Everybody is just so unique and so different from one another. But I will say that the person that you should be competing with is you. So if you're new to selling and you've been selling for under a year, I would say just compare yourself to your numbers of the previous month and always continue to try to beat that. Or if you've been selling for longer than a year, you should be beating you last year at this time. And that's what I do. I compare my numbers to last year, and my numbers should be going up every single year, and they are not. And this is the first year. Again, I know I'm repeating myself. The question is, why is this happening? Why are my sales down? Could it be something that I'm doing? It could be, absolutely. However, I really do believe that there are 3 things that's causing this. And I would love to know in the comments below if you're feeling the same way or not. And if you are doing better than you did last year, like, let me know what your secrets are. Don't keep that from me. So the first factor, I believe, is the economy. We are in a weird place right now. I try not to pay attention to like politics and all this stuff because it just upsets me. But we are definitely in a weird place right now. And people have just changed the types of things that they're spending money on. And maybe as a reseller, I just haven't figured out what that is yet. Because perhaps it's just people aren't buying toys and Barbies and media and clothes, and it's something else that I need to figure out. But the economy does have an impact on it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that it's no secret within the reseller community that eBay has just been doing a lot of weird things on their website. There's just been a lot of glitches. They've been doing updates. And I just think that eBay is just in a weird place themselves. I think they're trying to incorporate a lot of AI new features, and they just probably are just in a place where they're trying to get their crap situated and figured out, and it's causing problems within the algorithm that's changing things up, that's just confusing us, and it's just doing weird things. I mean, I don't know how to like say it in words, but that's just kind of what I feel about that. And then the last thing, which is the thing that a lot of people came onto my video to watch on Friday, that I think a lot of other resellers aren't talking about. They're not hearing about this in other YouTube videos, but people just really aren't shopping on eBay as much as they used to. So I did a bit of research and I looked on Reddit, and I just searched to find out why people stop shopping on eBay. And I read so many comments about this subject, and the hard part for me is that I actually agree with almost all the comments that I read. They all have some truth and they're all valid points, and I just wish that wasn't the case, but it just is. And some of these things that they talked about were Amazon just seemed to be at the top of the list of discussion. That Amazon is just, it's easy to use, it's trustworthy, you receive your items super fast. If there's a problem, no questions asked, you return it for free. So people are turning to Amazon before they're going to eBay, and it's taking our sales away. So knowing that information, what can we do as eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, Facebook Marketplace sellers? What can we do about that? I guess we all can answer that question differently. But for me personally, some of the things that I can do is stop selling things that people can buy on Amazon. Number 1, focus more on rare items. And if I am going to sell something that's on Amazon, or perhaps even sell something that's comparable to something on Amazon, then I need to be competitive within my pricing. I should never be listing something on eBay for more than what someone can get it for on Amazon. And that's just something that's my own personal goal that I want to do. And also just being able to offer free returns and shipping as quickly as possible. I do have free returns turned on in my store. I've had it that way for about 2 years. I've tried without having free returns. I've tried having no returns. I've tried having buyer pays return, and free returns just seems to be the sweet spot for me in my store. It has increased my sales. That's just what I do. And it is a way to compete with Amazon. I also offer same day shipping. Now I am a full-time reseller, so I know I have an advantage where I can make that happen. So that is what I do. I have noticed an increase in sales between having same day and 1 day shipping. And I think that that is another great way to compete with Amazon. I have no plans in the future to actually sell on Amazon, because you know that one saying, if you can't beat them, join them. I've thought about it several times, but I just don't think I want to be an Amazon seller. I think that it's going to be extremely stressful, and I'm just not sure it's for me. I never want to say never though. So I mean, you just don't know. But as of right now, I'm feeling that I do not want to sell on Amazon. So there's that. Another reason why people have stopped buying on eBay is the fact that the market is saturated with cheap products from China. Now, I will say though, I feel like it's also the case on Amazon. But the difference between that happening on Amazon and with eBay is that now with eBay is supposed to be a different type of market than that people are looking for. If they want to find that kind of stuff, they can just get it on Amazon, and they can get it for cheap. They could get it for just as cheap, if not cheaper, with free next day shipping and free returns. So when they come on eBay and they're seeing that the market is saturated with that kind of stuff, it's a huge turnoff. And I had mentioned this in the other video I posted, but this is just a perfect example of it. I'm a really big fan of the band No Doubt, and I collect all kinds of memorabilia, and it's my favorite thing to search for on eBay. But it's so frustrating when I go in and I type in No Doubt, and half of all the items on there are these like cheap bootleg t-shirts, and they're even kind of overpriced. Like they're trying to sell them somewhere between like $18 to like $30, and it's like, it's not even like a authentic like official band t-shirt. It's just like these cheap little like bootleg knockoffs that you can get at the parking lot at a concert. And it's frustrating, and it makes it harder to shop. And I've also noticed something that I don't like that resellers do, and I see this talked about in a lot of YouTube videos with other resellers actually encouraging other resellers to do this and tell them that it will raise their sales if they do. Like putting something like a particular thing in a title that has nothing to do with it. So I'll just give you an example of that as well. So I was watching a YouTube video, and it was kind of like a combination of two really famous YouTube channels of these people hanging out, and they went to like the bins, and one of them found this like really cool like 80s looking dress, and one of the sellers told the other seller, you definitely should put Barbie in the title, because Barbie's hot right now and all things Barbie sell. And it just made me cringe when I saw that, because that is a perfect way of getting eBay to just be junk. If someone wants to look for an 80s dress because they want to be a Barbie for Halloween, then they'll search it. But how frustrating is it for people who are actually looking for Barbie, and then this like nonsense stuff pops up? Or I see people say like, go on in the item specs, and type in like all these keywords that will help it come up in the search. And it's like I'm looking for a Blink-182 t-shirt on eBay, and then someone puts in the specs Green Day, and now like Green Day t-shirts are showing up when I'm really trying to find a Blink-182 shirt. And it's like that stuff makes eBay hard to search. So I would just be really careful with that kind of stuff, my friends. If someone wants a Blink-182 shirt, you do not need to put Green Day anywhere in there, because if they want a Green Day shirt, they will look up Green Day. So it's just little things like that that just makes it not, it just makes it like a bad place to search. Like, I actually prefer looking for No Doubt stuff on Mercari. I feel like I just get a like better option of things on there. But the thing about it that sucks is I have noticed that those bootlegs have started to come over onto the Mercari website too as well. So it's only a matter of time before that's trash as well. But right now it's still not too bad. And the last reason why people are not shopping on eBay is because of horrible experiences they're having with sellers. Us as sellers need to work really hard to just have really great customer service, to treat our buyers with respect. And I don't want to say the customer's always right, because that's not true. And I don't think that anyone should ever be walked on or take advantage of. And I think sometimes it's really obvious if that's the case. But even when that's happening, it's always a great idea to always just have grace, compassion towards your buyers. Treat your buyers as if it's your mother or your husband or your friend or even yourself. Like, how would you want to be treated? And don't always assume that the buyer's trying to scam you if they have an issue. Just always go into it with an open mind, and always just try to be respectful and kind, even if you don't agree. I'll give you an example of something that recently happened with me. I sold somebody a white t-shirt. It was like a surfboarding brand t-shirt. And I had it listed for $10 plus shipping. Someone sent me an offer for $6, so asking 40% off of the shirt. I accepted it, but it was because my sales were really low and I was just trying to get some activity going on in my store. Well, after they received it, they sent me a private message saying that there was a very small little stain on the shirt that they didn't notice, and they wanted to get a further discount on it. Well, there's a few things with that. If there is a stain that I missed, I'm definitely happy to take care of this buyer, make it right. But they did not send me pictures of the stain, and I already gave them 40% off to begin with. Like, how much more of a discount off $6 do you want? So instead of just responding to that message and being rude and snarky, or even just ignoring it, I responded to the buyer and I just told them, I'm really sorry if there's a stain on that shirt that I missed. I try my very best to, examine all my items before I list it. But if I did miss this, I really want you to be happy with your purchase. Please open up a return, and I will be more than happy to pay for that label for you to send it back to me, and you will get a full refund. And I left it at that. And that buyer just disappeared. I never heard anything. Return was never opened. As of right now, I think we're good, and I think I did the right thing. But always just try to do the next right thing. And I think that if you do that, we will make eBay a really awesome place, a better place where buyers can trust us. Every time somebody has a great buying experience on eBay, they'll come back and buy again. But if they're going to have a shitty buying experience, they will not come back and buy again. And they're going to get a nasty taste in their mouth with eBay. And they'll even tell their friends and family that they had a bad experience on eBay. Let's give this platform a really great reputation, and let's just do our best. I hope that this video answered a few questions that a lot of you had regarding my last video. I will say, as far as like my slow sales go, or me not matching up to last year, Some of you were giving me suggestions like, are you promoting? Are you doing this? Are you doing this? I will say that I definitely am promoting my store at 6%. Again, I offer those free returns, same day shipping. I run promotions in my store. I send offers. I end and relist 20 items a day, or 200 items a day. I have 1,800 items in my store. I'm listing every single day, Monday through Friday. And that's the circumstance. If I'm doing anything wrong, it's gonna be my inventory, right? I really can't think of anything else that it could possibly be. But if you have any other like tips and tricks, definitely let me know. Let all of us know in the comments. And I hope that you found this video helpful or useful in any way. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And never forget, when you thrift upon a star, all your dreams will come true. I'm wishing you guys all a great weekend full of so many sales and a great quarter 4. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.